welcome back to WCAT Chats. This is episode 51, and today we're joined by two special guests, Charlie and Jack Burdell. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Excited to be here.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, so you guys have had such a dominant season. I mean, I'm not even sure what the record is at this point, but it's undefeated. What have you guys seen from your team and also yourselves?
I mean, it's just been a blast. Like, senior year, there's some nerves always, but our underclassmen have done great, and, I mean, it's just been a really good season so far.
I mean, it's definitely been fun. Our seniors are doing really well. Us and Ryan Sager are leading the team. Then our freshmen and sophomores are stepping up, which we like to see.
What are you excited for the younger boys? Like, who is going to step up next year?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, we got a lot of guys at the three single spot, like Dave Kataria, Devin Patel, and then the Jendals, and they're just getting experience under their belt right now, so it's going to be exciting to see what the future holds for them.
Yeah, I think the Jindals and Jack Flarde, one of our star players, have a breakout season next year, so I look forward to following them next year.
So looking at it now, your senior year, you guys are looking to make another push for another state championship. How has it kind of been your experience as a senior, as not really on the court, but more as a senior looking back on your past 4 years?
I mean, it's definitely been different. Like, we've loved our past seniors. Like, last year, George Maddy, Kanafakar, they're just great guys. It was always more fun with them, but we've kind of recreated that culture this year. And, I mean, we've had to take definitely a bigger role, like motivating the younger guys, but it's definitely been different, but it's been a learning experience.
I definitely think we've had a bigger role. I mean, last year we had like 8 or 10 seniors. This year we have like only 3 real seniors at play, so we've had to take a bigger role. But it's been fun to like rally the guys, be there for matches, and support the players who maybe don't play as much.
And talking about being the seniors, what's it like being the guys who kind of set the precedent for what the chemistry is going to be? Like, how have you guys done that, and what are you guys looking for from the team?
I mean, we kind of have to, like, take it upon ourselves, like, do some, say, a little extra research. Like, we're always up in the mornings early, sing the motivational stuff. We should always be those guys, like, the loudest on the court, cheering them on. And it's just really cool. It's definitely harder than last year, but I enjoy it.
I mean, it's awesome. Our team loves energy. We thrive off of it. We've probably been the most energetic team in the state the last 4 years, and it's just fun being with the guys and showing them how to do it.
What's your favorite memory from this season?
Oh, gosh, there's been a bunch. I'd probably say Birmingham. We played a couple of teams there. We went undefeated, and that was really fun.
Yeah, I would say Birmingham or North Oconee last week. They're always a good team. They were finalists in state last year, and that one was just really special because, I mean, they're a great team, and all of our guys fought really hard.
And being twins, how does that kind of play into it? Do you guys feel like there's more competitive between each other? Do you guys feel like if you guys ever play doubles, there's some like secret twin energy going on? Talk to us about being twins on a tennis court.
I mean, we play doubles, like, not us since we're USTA, but there's definitely the competitive edge, which, like, it makes us get better. We always, like, fight on the court, which I know it's not good, but it makes us get better. We always want to beat each other.
Yeah, we definitely have, like, chemistry, whether it's good or bad, playing each other. I mean, every time we play, it's like 3 hours long, and it's brutal. But for the team and for the guys, it's good to have like 2 like really strong players with good attitudes. I guess it's good for them to have role models, and hopefully they can model their actions or playing styles.
And are there any people that you look to that you try and model your own playing style about?
I mean, definitely some pros. Like, I go like classic, like Alcaraz right now. I mean, and then like even Coach Giza, not necessarily tennis, but just the morals and the way he leads the team.
I guess for me, it's just pros like Federer, Djokovic, just trying to do the best I can be every day.
Talking about Coach Giza, are there any other coaches that have been really impactful for y'all?
I mean, Coach Mallard was great last year. Senor Perez in middle school, something else. And then just outside of Westminster, like my coaches, Noel and other guys, really helped me motivate me.
I gotta give credit to my UTA coaches, Coach Noel, Coach Tim, Coach Ross, but I would say assistant coach Josh Pinckney last year, he was definitely a big contribution to where we are today.
And coaches usually give you those little short liners, those one piece of advice that you're always kind of thinking about when you're playing. Have you ever had one that really stuck out and that you just keep remembering whenever you play?
I mean, Giza's known for those. Like every email we get a hashtag. Last one was "Don't play with your food." We've got some other great ones like "One more match," "No mercy," and I mean even yesterday like "Flu" just motivated us.
Yeah, Giza's biggest one is stay hungry, stay humble. That's just Westminster at its finest. Stay hungry for wins, but also staying humble and treating your opponents with respect at the same time.
Now, going back some time, what got you guys initially into tennis?
So our dad played in high school. Mom never played, and he just put a racket in our hands. When we were about 6 or 7 at Bitsy Grant, we just started playing and fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What does your week look like with tennis, with balancing school and tennis?
it's not really fun. To be honest, it's a grind. We got practice around 2 or 3 hours a day, get home around 9 or 10 doing homework. Sometimes go for morning lifts. It's just you got to balance academics and tennis, and it's hard sometimes, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but it's preparing us for college, so we can't really complain.
So you talk about it being a challenge. Has there been one challenge over the past 4 years that you feel like has really embodied you as a whole and how you came out on the other side stronger?
I mean, I would just say like matches during the spring season when we have like 4 matches a week. Like 3 weeks ago we had that, I think, and it was 4 weeks. It was just brutal. Like your body's breaking down, but you just gotta do it for the team, and it really helps you grow as a character and a person.
Right now it's AP statistics. That class is awful. I'm studying like 2 hours a day, but it really shows Westminster students trying to win state while studying for this AP class is impossible, but I'm gonna get it done.
There you
That kind
go.
of scares me. I signed up for it, so I might have to drop it. We'll see though. You guys being twins, do you guys have a similar schedule? And are you guys able to like bounce off each other and kind of like help each other out, or what's that work like?
So there's definitely classes like macro and stat, but then he's taking like public speaking, and I'm taking apes, and he was taking, what are you taking?
I don't even know.
Some of the classes like macro, we help each other out, but our periods don't line up, so there's not as much like connection as you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, just there's like 2 or 3 classes each year that we can like bounce off notes, but it really has not been like that much of a contributing factor the last couple of years.
Have you ever switched places?
No, everyone tells us to, but we never have.
Yeah, we'll see. April Fools. We'll see if we can. Teachers, be ready.
I feel like y'all look a little too different to do that, though.
Yeah.
And the personalities are different.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Let's see if we can pull it off.
Yeah.
And so, just talking about recruitment, what was your process like, and like when did you really realize I think I can go to the next level?
I would say I was big on soccer and up until 8th grade, and so I wanted to play soccer in college, but I realized tennis would be a little bit easier playing college, so I really started like trying to play more tournaments to get into it after 8th grade year. Then around sophomore year, I'm like, shoot, I'm actually okay at this sport. I can go D1. And I just kept on emailing coaches, going on visits, and it eventually worked out.
And I was also soccer, but I quit like a year or 2 before him, so tennis was my focus earlier on. But around sophomore, junior year, I was debating D3 or D1. I took some visits to both types of schools and chose D1 was better. I mean, more competitive, and from there, I went on.
What schools were you thinking about, and how'd you pick Wofford and Tulane?
I was thinking about Wofford, Furman, Davidson, Army, Colgate, so just small, mid-major schools. I didn't really want a big school per se, but I was definitely, Wofford was my front runner for the longest time and eventually committed there.
I was a lot different than Jack. I wanted a bigger school, not huge, but like my other visits were Richmond, SMU, other schools, and I committed a lot later than Jack. I just needed more time to like realize what I wanted.
And if you had any advice for some younger players going through the recruitment process, what would you say?
And just stay with it. Don't get frustrated. It's really easy if coaches aren't paying you much attention, having bad results. I mean, you just got to trust God and stick with it, and it's going to work out eventually.
Yeah, definitely, like, don't stress about it. Like, the pieces will fall in the right order. I took my time and have no regrets, and I see a lot of guys committing early and, like, making a big mistake and decommitting. So just take your time, and it'll work out.
Talking about trusting the process, do you guys have any pre-game rituals, something you have to do? Put the left sock on before the right, anything crazy like that?
I mean, I do put my left shoe on before my right shoe. Usually say a prayer. Usually have to eat, like, a pretty hefty meal and kind of just not meditate, but get in my zone, listen to some pump-up music, and I'm good to go.
I'm a big headband guy. Put on the headband, listen to some like AC/DC or Led Zeppelin or something. I got to pray like 5 minutes before my match just to calm my mind and lock in.
Are there any team rituals after a post win or something you might do before the game?
Well, we always have a little chant, say our house on 3. We have geezers talk. We always put like stuff in the middle, a racket, a shoe, just to get the guys' minds right. And then we usually have our seniors get some quotes for the day and say those and get the guys riled up.
Yeah, definitely the quotes are like the biggest and funniest thing I can think of. We usually have David Blanco, one of our senior co-captains. He gives us a quote that motivates us and lets us be ready for the day.
Has there been any quote that's stuck out so far?
Ooh, I don't know if I can say these on air.
Yeah, no doubt. That would be good.
I don't know.
So with a big match like the state championship or a North Oconee match, how do you handle the pressure?
I mean, you got to just like tune everyone out. That's my biggest thing, just music, I'd say.
I would just like lock in. I don't know, just like think about all your training. Definitely got to trust God. That's been the biggest contributing factor for my last 2 years. Just know He's got everything, and I guess just knowing I have Charlie who's going to win line 1, usually Landon or Jack Flaherty at line 3. Just knowing we have good guys to bounce off of, that's really helped me.
And so now looking back at your entire tennis career as a whole, what are some like important lessons that you've taken off the court and applied to real life?
I'd say the biggest thing is like no hard work goes unnoticed. Like every like extra rep, it may not pay off at the time, but it will pay off over time, and just trusting that.
I would just say learning the balance early. I wasn't really good at balancing until a couple of years ago, but just learning how to like get your work done. Time management is key in athletes, and just learning how to get that done early.
And what's been your favorite takeaway from tennis, either on the social side or honestly about Westminster, either just through your high school career?
I mean, the team aspect is great. Like USTA by yourself, there's no team, and that's fun, but definitely not as fun as tennis season. I just say like it makes me more excited for college, like having that team atmosphere.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, college, the team atmosphere is unreal. With like 15 guys, you got a good coach, and just everyone's like bouncing off each other. Everyone's having a good time. End of the day, it's just sports. It's fun. So that's what the most important thing about tennis is.
Now, talking about a fun time, you found out over senior spring break that you were a 5-star. How was that?
And that was a blast. Like usually comes out Tuesday, the rankings, but one of my friends texted me on Monday saying I became a 5-star, and I was just ecstatic, like jumping up and down, and everyone around me heard me, and I just wouldn't trade that feeling for the world.
Talking about the number 5, the tennis team, also known as the 5-0 Mafia. Talk to us about that.
With tennis, you have 3 singles and 2 doubles matches. The 5-0 Mafia is when we won 5-0. We need to get back to it. We've won 4-1 the last couple of matches, which I know it sounds like bragging, but we're known for that, so we gotta keep going.
Yeah, we always post on Instagram, #50Mafia. And I mean, it instills fear in our opponents. I don't know what else to say.
Fear the Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good catchphrase. I'll give you that. You guys got any other ones? If you could go back in time and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
That's a good question. I mean, trusting the process, definitely, and just working my butt off, doing everything I can to succeed.
I don't really know. That's a good question. I guess work harder, know that everything's going to work out, don't worry. That's basically it.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And
Thanks,
wish you
y'all.
guys the best of luck in the tennis season and
Thank you.
bring back another state chip.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, thank you to the Burdells. That was a lot of fun. Always special to be able to talk to 2 really good players, especially ones that are going on to the next level and succeeding at the way that they are. But now turning to a different sport, boys golf. What do you guys got for them?
They had a Larry Nelson Invitational on Monday, and they got 7th. And then this weekend they've got the Georgia-South Carolina Cup. So.
Well, sounds going to be fun for them. And then for girls soccer, they beat Highs last night 4-2, and they'll be traveling to Foley Beach for the Southern Coasting Cup this weekend. So that's going to be really fun for the girls to kind of more have a team bonding moment as they go off for a little out-of-town trip. Boys soccer was also at Highs last night, and we are awaiting a score, which is...
We're
Drum
getting it.
roll, please.
Did you have a prediction for the score?
I'm thinking 4-0.
Thinking 3-0.
The boys are 8-2-1 on the year. Max Preps has them as the 71st overall in Georgia, and they last night on the schedule.
I believe they did have 2 goals, maybe.
They didn't. The score was not reported
Because the game did not finish. It was 2-2 at the end of regulation, but it was cut short because Highs does not have lights.
Yep.
Therefore, they could not finish the match. But there was a goal by Will Stewart and Musinga, so congratulations to both of them.
Yep.
And hopefully the boys can pull that out once that game gets resumed.
And then the girls lacrosse team, they played against North Atlanta on Monday.
And they won.
And they won 15-11. Quite the high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then they'll be playing at Kell at this Friday.
Yep. Boys lacrosse is at Highs tomorrow night at 5:30. So I wonder if they'll have the lights okay for them. And then boys soccer, 7:30 on Friday at Pius.
Not sure how that one got in
I
there.
don't either.
And then last night, the boys baseball team hosted North Atlanta. It was our first loss in quite some time.
Yep, final score 9-1.
Yep.
Not the best overall game from the gentlemen, but looking to bounce back tomorrow at Thursday against North Cobb Christian at home, and then we'll make a little trip down to Callaway on Saturday.
And North Cobb Christian, a very competent foe. They're 10th in the state, so should be an exciting game.
Past state champions, should be a good game. Fun competition. Now moving over to gymnastics. Gymnastics hosts Dutchtown, Lassiter, Cartersville, and Kingsridge yesterday. And let's toss over to that right now.
Hey guys, it's your Gym Cats with an update.
We got second today in our gymnastics meet. Our next meet's next Wednesday at 5. Be there, be square.
Yay! Bye.
Thanks for that, guys. Now let's move over to track.
So track hosts Atlanta Girls School, North Atlanta, and St. Francis today, and they're headed to FSU this weekend for the FSU Relay. So this will be a big weekend for the track team.
Yeah, that's really exciting. That's actually really cool. Didn't know that the track team went down to FSU for that.
It's a big weekend.
And then the crew, they're headed to Greensboro, North Carolina for the Higgins-Henley Regatta. There you go. Girls and boys tennis. Tuesday, the girls tennis beat Lovett 5-0, boys 4-1. And then the boys tennis will be hosting Macaulay at the front courts at 4 tomorrow afternoon. That's a pretty early match, I got to say.
And Macaulay, too, a pretty good rival there for the boys. Should be a fun set of matches.
Yeah, it'll be a really big match. All the girls are coming out to support, so they need all they can get.
Yep. You're on the tennis team, right?
I am, yeah.
What is what's your view on the matches coming up?
Score prediction.
Macaulay will be really hard. I think 1 and 2, Charlie and Jack have a really good chance. I know their doubles are good. Every line is really good for them. The past couple years, Jack has been the only one that won, I'm pretty sure. So it's always a big match for them, and they get their home advantage. So.
And how do you think Devin Patel will do?
I think Devin will do well, but they are a really good team. So it'll be tough.
Well,
but Devin did well this weekend in mixed doubles.
I've actually played Devin in a match before. I used to play tennis, so I've played like all the seniors last year in competitive matches. So it's kind of funny seeing them.
Did you win?
I think I beat Hewlett. I lost to George, and I played doubles with George and Hewlett as well, which is kind of funny. And Knopf.
Look
There
at
you
that,
go.
and make sure you can check out the interview with George and Knopf from last year, too. Two funny characters, so it was a pretty good interview.
Oh, yeah. Always entertaining to be with them. And now shifting to the major league sports. Baseball, first game of the year. And then you want to give us a little background on what's happening? Because it's quite strange, to be honest.
Yeah, so the Dodgers and the Padres are playing right now in Seoul, Korea. Your Braves won't be playing for another 9 days here, but they're playing right now. I'd say it's the top of the 8th, and they play this game, and then they go back to spring training. So it's a little bit of a different start to the season, but the Dodgers are currently up 5-2.
I'm not entirely sure why they made this game count like
An actual
an actual game, yeah, because it's during spring training and it's 8:45 in the morning, so that jet lag has got to be pretty difficult. And it looks like it's kind of showing in the offense as Xander Bogaerts is 1 for 3, Tatis is 0 for 3, and Cronenworth is 0 for 3. And Tatis and Cronenworth both touting Ks, so maybe a little bit jet lag bringing them back. And then also some big free agent signings. Blake Snell got picked up by the Giants. He was holding out looking for a big contract, but didn't get it, so he just ended up with a short-term deal. And then we also got March Madness brackets.
I know.
Who do you got winning?
I have UConn.
UConn. I did too, actually.
I do as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I guess we have 3 UConns right here.
I'm going to be honest. I chose UConn because he told me to, and the rest of my bracket besides one pick is auto-drafted. So I don't know anything about college basketball.
Yeah, see, I don't watch college basketball until the week before March Madness. Then I'll catch one game, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Was able to watch the first 4 last night. UVA was struggling a little bit. They lost, they're out, but they didn't play a single point. They didn't score a single point in the last 10 minutes of the first half.
That already messes up my bracket.
Wow, well, that is impressive.
Yep, there we go.
Do you have any knowledge on the college basketball sport?
Not really. I mean, I only really watched March Madness. I'm a college football girl.
Yeah.
Not really
I
basketball.
don't really. Yeah, basketball and me don't really get together. I can't
Yeah.
really make the ball in the hoop anyways. So, is that anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.